Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Out.
In motion comes Pittman. Right to the air, it's Fields. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest game.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds. Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. He continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Right back to him on 1st down. They converge on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. Nolan Smith makes the tackle. Second down and 8. He'll look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. And he's going to be taken down after a big 2nd down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, they'll run it. He's able to get away for one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
He runs with it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. A couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
Downs goes in motion. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. 2nd and a yard.
Let's go now.
Putting the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, they'll run. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving. They'll send him over to the left. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be forced to throw that one away. Excellent work defensively. It took away all the options, and now it is 4th and goal. Oh, looked like he mishit it. He missed that one from short range. No good. And this will remain a scoreless game. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
This one complete to Washington. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. And this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Third down, 3 to go.
Here we go. Good night.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Stresses. We want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Fields. Down the field, he's got Washington. And he will score. Darnell Washington. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Now, faking the give. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and 5. They bring Judy in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. It's 2nd down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
They bring Judy in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run it and give it to the big guy.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go. Right.
Fields. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 1st down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
Here we go, son.
In motion comes Pittman.
Go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. And he's got it to the 14-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this.
Here we go, son.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Taylor. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Here we go.
Off the play action, here's Fields. Quick throw on target to Pickens.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here we go, son.
They'll run the sneak. He will have a Steelers first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down, but this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Hey, don't jump. Ready? Sit high.
Here's Fields. It's into the hands of Pickens once again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here we go.
They put Pickens in motion.
Right.
Fields now to throw on 1st down. And that ball incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Hey, Ken. Right.
2nd down, it's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up.
Here we go.
In motion comes Pittman.
Right.
Fields now on 2nd down. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Here we go. You got a mini base. Why not?
In motion comes Pittman.
Go.
A 1st down throw for Fields. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Right.
They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
EQ. Right.
Fields now. He pulls it in around the 5. He is in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. From the back line of the end zone, a surprise, he's bringing it out. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. Now they'll set up to throw. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now the extra point. It's up and through. And the Browns are on the board. It's now 14-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
Here we go, son.
Fields from the pistol. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second, and now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. This will be returned from the other side of midfield, and he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A tight end in motion now. Back to throw here to begin the drop. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
They bring Judy in motion. He'll look to throw. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr.
we go, son.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
1st and 10 now from the 36.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
They put Pickens in motion.
Easy. Right.
Fields operating out of the pistol. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Drive will start on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Tight end going in motion here. They'll look to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And he's going to be taken down, but it's a quick change situation. He has set his offense up with 1st and goal.
All right, so that's consecutive drives now. You've come out here and thrown interceptions. I think at this point, Mike, it's time to run the ball. It's time to give this offense a little bit of a reset, settle this quarterback down. And if nothing else, let's cool off this secondary. They are flying to the ball. They are taking chance after chance. Let's remove them from the defense for a while, make them defend the run, and let's get our offense back on track.
That is caught to the goal line and in. Jonathan Taylor, touchdown Pittsburgh. And this show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Owned back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Now he'll air one out. And that is incomplete.
And here we have another missed opportunity for an offense that have already had a handful of them throughout this game. And let's be honest, Mike, you just can't afford to overthrow a man that's that open, especially when you're trying to overcome a double-digit deficit in the NFL.
The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
Oh, looks like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he gets this up past the 35.
Round 7.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. That's Alex Highsmith in for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. They bring Judy in motion. He'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Judy.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, There is a lot of space open underneath.
3rd and 6. They bring Judy in motion. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Here we go. Out, let's go. Punch right. Sit high.
They go play action with Fields. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Steelers going to send out their field goal unit here. This about as short as you can get. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Steelers have run out to a 24-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
He'll take it at the 12. Whoa. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse. And I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions. And after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted.
There's not a position on the field, Mike, let alone any sport, where the mental side doesn't come in and impact how well you perform. And in this case, when you've thrown 4 interceptions in one game, I think we can all safely assume some of those mental issues have seeped into his game. And if he can't get settled down, he's playing right into the hands of this defense.
Here we go, son. Right.
They'll work the middle here with Taylor. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Here we go.
They go right back to Taylor. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And he will get into the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Steelers. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Mevis, good on the extra point. And the Steelers will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man. That's Downs. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They'll look to set up the screen here. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Now, faking the give. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Alex Highsmith. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. second half, and the defense continues to be item one in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick six here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Right back to the air following that pick six. That's to the left side and taken in by Downs.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's 2nd and 2. A handoff as they try to run it here.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll stick with him again. And not much materializes there. He'll get this to the 35. Second down and 8. Go. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have a Browns first down. That'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
And the Browns first down.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. To the right side here, pass is caught. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal at the Steelers' 5-yard line.
Another one from the 5. Second down and goal. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers will take over at their own 14-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
A quick throw, going to be caught by Pickens.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
Here we go. Angel. Hey, never mind. Monday.
In motion comes Pittman.
Right.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They get 18 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. Right.
Now Fields. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Here we go. Sit high.
Taylor gets it out of the pistol. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll go again here with Taylor. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
Out. Here we go.
Play action now for Fields. This one complete to Washington. And he's in. Darnell Washington. Touchdown Steelers. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Nevis good on the extra point. And the Steelers stretch things out even further. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Going up top. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
They send the tight end in motion. They'll run it on the inside handoff. Not much. Second and long coming up. He'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Josh Downs. Touchdown, Browns. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
Here we go, son.
A first down throw for Fields. That is caught downfield by Pickens. First down and one shy of 100. That was his 99th catch of the year. They put Pickens in motion.
Hey, kid. Right.
Off the play action, here's Fields. He'll let this go for Pickens. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
To number 87, a gain of 12. And the Browns first down.
He'll drop to throw. His throw left side is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
They're going to motion the tight end over here.
Mustang 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll look to throw. He'll take a deep shot for downs. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll start with Taylor. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand?
Hey, Ken. Here we go, son. Delta. Right.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Into space at the 45. Nico Collins. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 81 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Now the try for an extra point. His kick is good. And the Steelers will add one more onto their big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Ready.
1st and 10.
Ready, go.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one, a first down.
Throwing a comeback route against zone coverage, it could be a little bit tricky. Remember, in zone, the defender's eyes are on the quarterback. So if your receiver doesn't sell that right, and this ball's not thrown on time, you're going to end up watching that defender take this thing back the other way.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll run.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Second and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long.
Here we go, set.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. Still fighting for yards, and he lost the football. One of the Steelers has it. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.